Good morning. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas and an awesome New Year. And I'm really happy and grateful to be here with you as we begin to wrap up our fifth value, which is the intentional witness of unity. I'm excited for next weekend as Pastor Jake comes and shares on the yielding for unity. But this week we're going to talk about tension. Tension's not the fun subject, but it's really important that we understand where our tensions are. In physics, tension is described as the force transmitted through rope or string when pulled by forces acting from opposite sides. So you think of a rope, and the force of that tension is going from center towards the opposite ends. And the harder that we pull away from each other, the more tension that rope has. So think of it as a tug of war, and think about where can there be danger in that tug of war. I was invited to a family reunion from my wife several years ago, and they had a tug of war between families. And I was, bigger and stronger a few years ago, so someone came to the table and said, "Hey, why don't you join our team so, we can try to win this?" And so, we got together, and I got behind my wife's uncle, and he wrapped that rope around his hand, and we began to pull. And there was so much tension on that rope that it broke his fingers. And he ended up having to leave and go have surgery. I found out, a few days later that his hand was in pretty bad shape. So you might ask yourself, well, why didn't he just let go of the rope? And that's a question that I'm sure he asked himself for the next, few weeks is why didn't I let go of the rope? And his wife probably asked him if there was that much pain and that much tension, he should have just let it go. But there was something in him that wouldn't allow him to let it go. And that's what we're going to talk about this week is those points and those dangers that come in tension and how we are a part of that tension. Unity will always bring us close together. Tension, by definition, is a force that will always pull us away from each other. So I'm really excited to go over that with you this week. And I know that in our relationships, that there is tension. And it's pretty much the same thing. It's two people that are pulling away from each other. And that'll never get us to a place of unity, which is ultimately where Jesus Christ wants his body of believers to be. So please join me for the next few days as we talk about what it is that continues to bring tension in those relationships. Love you, God bless you, and we'll see you tomorrow.